Hey everybody, welcome to Gameplay Interviews. My name is Ben Worley, and I can't get my friends to hang out with me unless I play video games with them.
It's true.
So today, I'm doing just that with my good friend, Andrew Yontz.
Hey everybody, I'm really excited to come out of video game retirement for the past 10 years to be here today to experience this Fast and Furious game.
Yes, we are playing Forza Horizons Fast and Furious Edition, and I really wanted for you to see this opening, which is just insanity.
Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah.
The music is perfect.
Yeah. What?
But where are the girls?
Exactly. Where's everybody?
Hey, where are those fine ladies? I think they missed what people really come to Fast and Furious for. They don't come for the cars.
All right, let's get you started.
Now, are the characters in this game?
Not at all.
Oh, no!
Not even a little bit.
All right. So what's the premise of this game? Oh.
There is no premise. You just drive around and try to find a race to race it.
Uh-huh.
That's about it. That's pretty much that's about the only point of this game.
So I've come to a point in the game where I'm now choosing my car. I have driven 50 feet. So is the presumption I get out of my house, drive maybe a block down the road, and I'm like, all right, get me the other car. It's racing time. I'm sticking with it.
Yeah, you stick with it. Okay. All right, Andrew, where are you from?
Oh, I was born in Ohio, Springfield, Ohio, grew up in Brentwood, Tennessee.
Oh, I didn't know you were born in Ohio.
You know what? There's not much to talk about. I was 4 when I moved, so
right.
All of my memories are just like, I think I was outside at one point. I think I had a friend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure. Cool. So, and what do you do?
I am a...
Whoa, terrible driver. Oh, hit Y.
Okay. Oh my gosh, I'm going back in
You can do
time.
it again. You can rewind until before the crash.
Oh, but see, they're mistaking the crash I want to take back. Not where I knocked down a light pole, where I crashed into the building. That's the regret.
No, you can keep going back.
Oh, I see. It's okay. I've made it this far. I'm a freelance videographer in Nashville. So I do commercial video. I do some weddings, but mostly what I'm interested in is a short-form documentary series that I run called Nashville's Own.
Yeah, which we'll talk more about that later. And how old are you?
I am 26.
Hey, we're the same age.
Really?
No, we're not. I'm 24.
You were wrong by
You were the same age as my wife is what I meant, which is really weird because she rounds up. She always rounds up to 27, and I'm like, you're not 27 yet. Yeah, I don't know what her deal is.
I want people to think that I'm this old, or
no,
I forget how old I am.
It's her brain. Her brain just rounds up 6 months out. So halfway through the year, she rounds up, which makes no sense.
Yeah.
What would you say is your favorite Pokemon?
My favorite Pokemon has got to be Butterfree.
What's that one?
It, not surprisingly, looks like a butterfly. It starts out as a Caterpie, has a rough teenage process of becoming a Metapod, some rough time in middle school, and then it blossoms into a beautiful butterfly that's also psychic. How much do I have to know about a Pokemon before it's no longer interesting and just kind of sad? Because I think I crossed that threshold.
What did you eat for breakfast?
This morning I had...
Did you see Cam Dog? What's up?
Oh, no way.
He's not actually playing.
Oh, I was
That's his
say,
avatar. It's his avatar of he did play this at some point. And apparently he got a way better time than you did.
Well, yes, but who hit more buildings? That's what I want to know.
All right, hit restart, I guess. And
you just do the whole thing again?
No, you can quit it.
This is a hell I'm locked
You
into?
can quit. You can quit the race over there.
Okay. Yeah, I need to get used to the mechanics.
Oh. What were you saying?
I had I had eggs and I had a mixed fruit bowl for breakfast. So I had strawberry, raspberries, blackberries, some nanners, bananas, and and some eggs with that.
Great.
Yeah.
And so, what's your spirit animal?
My spirit animal? All right. Well, I would hope it would be something not this, but the only, I guess, formal version of a spirit animal test I've ever done is the Harry Potter one, and they gave me a salmon, and I mean,
magic salmon.
I think it's understood that I would be casting some spells on the side, but still, nonetheless,
most of the time just fishing, just being a fish.
So I don't know. I think it had something to do with tranquility and peace and swimming upstream, maybe.
I don't think their lives are that tranquil.
Yeah, that's actually very true.
I think it's a lot of swimming upstream, getting hunted by bears and humans.
But boy, are they just mellow in those moments when they're not getting eaten.
Right. What's your favorite movie?
My favorite movie is Catch Me If You Can.
No way.
Yes.
Oh, I brought that up earlier.
You did.
It's a great score.
It is a great score. It's a great film. It's always been my reference point for what I hope that I can do in filmmaking, which is balance adventure comedy, this,
just a kind of a positive vibe.
Yeah, but also use that. Use it's a very, very bad way of saying that, but also include essentially use lighter notes to allow heavier messages to be conveyed.
Yes.
Effectively. So I guess spoilers for Catch Me If You Can.
Right.
You're just kind of wrapped up in this story of this guy eluding the FBI, and you just are kind of loving every second of all these different close calls and all that.
Yeah.
And you forget the reality of it, that this is just a child, really, who has run away from home for some dark purposes that I guess I'll leave up in the air. And so when that comes back at the end, it just hits you like a ton of bricks. But
it's awesome.
It's it's well earned, and you aren't there's not the sense of betrayal that I just don't feel like a lot of films again earn kind of the heaviness that they bring.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow. I totally agree with that. Plus, the music is super tight.
Plus, ultimately, the music.
Ultimately. Speaking of music, what's your favorite album?
Oh gosh. It's the latest Papa album, and it's called I'm gonna call it Rain No More. That's just what I currently love. Papa's a sort of jam band, very dirty rock, and by that I just mean not clean recording, and it's
it's lo-fi.
Yeah, I don't know what that means, but yes, and it has elements of Talking Heads and Black Keys. It's got the energy of Black Keys with kind of the quirkiness and absurdity of the Talking Heads and brilliance. And so, yeah.
Very nice. And what deodorant do you use?
I wear Old Spice Swagger.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I thought I smelled that on you earlier.
NSYNC or Backstreet?
NSYNC for sure.
That's usually
yeah.
The
Do
answer,
people
right?
say Backstreet? I didn't realize that. The people who like Backstreet are the people who haven't heard NSYNC.
Okay, sure. You mentioned Harry Potter earlier. What Hogwarts house are you?
Ooh, Ravenclaw till the end.
Me too.
Yeah, that's genius. People are like, oh, I want to be Gryffindor.
No, why would you want to be Gryffindor?
Absolutely, you want to be in the public's eye and be set up for disappointment and failure and honor and
and red hair.
Yeah,
and
the heart of Gryffindor.
Just a bunch of gingers.
No, I like being a good guy, and I like being clever and witty, but I don't want to ultimately have the responsibility
I don't want any
of saving
spotlights.
the day.
I don't want any spotlights. I just want to be really good at Quidditch.
Exactly.
And then, like, maybe join an improv group and...
That's the story we want to hear,
Yeah,
JK.
he's the Ravenclaw guy who has a really promising theater career out of Hogwarts.
Oh, man.
Like inside the actor's studio, but at Hogwarts.
Yeah.
Inside the wizard studio. Oh my god, that's a bit. That's totally a skit right there. Inside the wizard studio. What was the dumbest thing you ever did in high school?
Dumbest
or
thing
just
I
possibly
ever did.
A crazy story or whatever.
Oh man, I do know the dumbest thing. I haven't decided if it's the kind of thing I can laugh about yet. But I was trying to impress a girl. And
again, trying to impress the high school ladies.
Yeah. I was 45. No. I was a senior. She was a junior. She was my prom date, way out of my league. And we were both in the musical.
She was a senior?
No, I was a senior.
You were a senior. Okay.
Yeah, and she was still way out of my league, so do the math on that one.
But you were super cool.
Yeah. Yeah, so we were both in the musical. We were killing time during the second act when we weren't on stage. And our music teacher had left his office open. More importantly, his computer logged on. And we were joking about what if we sent this, like, fake email from his account to one of the other teachers at our school.
Fantastic.
And the joke was, like, grade A high school comedy until I was like, yeah, I'm actually going to do it. And so we wrote, like, a very homophobic and, just disgusting email from our male music teacher to another male teacher. And I just sent it. And, like, I admittedly am not much of a rebel. And so I had, like, a crippling, like, embarrassment and then, like, fear after that. Like, I went home and I don't think I slept that entire night. I was just like, this is gonna come back
and kill you.
And more than that, like, I loved that teacher. Like, why did I just do that? Like, why did I, like, what?
That's the worst thing when you don't know if they figured it out yet.
Yeah, well,
and like, or like, you know, they probably have,
right?
But so what happened?
So I was like, I'm gonna try to get ahead of this thing. I emailed the teacher that I emailed from the fake account, and I said, hey, I did this thing. It was really stupid. I hope you don't. I don't think I explicitly said, I hope you don't tell on me.
Yeah.
But I gave some messages like, come on, be cool, man. And then I found him in person but as class started the next day. And I was like, hey, I'm really sorry. But it had already gotten to him. He was like, hey, man, you know, I appreciate you apologizing, but I had to tell him that you hacked his email. Not hacked.
Yeah.
I went real deep into the dark web and got onto his email. But, yeah. And so maybe even the saddest part of this whole thing was this teacher, all in all, wasn't especially authoritative, and the students would take advantage of him. And so he had an opportunity to really put me in my place for doing that thing and teach everyone else a lesson, and he didn't take it. So it kind of just looked really... Like, I was thankful that I wasn't suspended, don't get me wrong. But at the end of the day, it was like, oh, so I guess we can even do that and not get in trouble.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
What an awful way to end that. It really is. Like, you're relieved, but...
Yeah.
Wow. That was a good story. I normally don't get a lot of good stories from the high school. People are afraid to talk about stuff, but I guess you're not.
No, I'm just bare my soul, really.
Yeah. What are your 3 pet peeves?
My 3 pet peeves are people giving advice outside of being like someone giving advice even though no one asked, and they haven't like built up that kind of clout. And like if it's like a friend, you know what I mean?
Me?
No, I'm saying not a friend. Like I'm saying if your neighbor came in here and was just like, oh, you should have answered that question differently. You should have said something very topical, like Donald Trump hit you. It's just like, hey man, I didn't ask.
Oh yeah, advice. Yeah. It's weird.
And I don't know you well enough for you to just randomly give it to me.
Right.
So that would be one. I would say another would be when people sing songs like, gosh, this is. I hope you pick up on this and know what I mean, but say we're both reminiscing on a song, and
they'd sing it wrong.
Well, not just wrong, but they almost try to get ahead of you in the song, like where you're just like, somebody once told me and they're like, somebody once told me and they just want to kind of cut you off at the pass, and just like they want to sing the song ahead, and it's just like, I'll be honest, I don't come in contact with it very often at this point.
Man, that's like enraging.
Yeah.
That's like probably number 3 worst feeling in the world is a brain freeze. I don't get them all the time, but when I do, I have to pull the car over.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh my gosh.
Like, it's like I have to, and all of the hatred, and like, it might be therapeutic, honestly. All the hatred and just dark thoughts come pouring out of me until this damn thing goes away. Then when it goes away, I'm fine. And that's how I would feel if someone did that to me with the song thing.
Yeah.
Are you gonna...
Sorry, I should have asked this at the very beginning. Yeah. How do you turn? I'm hitting right, but I don't turn like a normal person.
Hit the left trigger slows down. Like, it's kind of your brakes. So you can kind of brake a little, but it's pressure sensitive. It's the same as like... It's like a brake pedal.
Yeah.
So that was your second pet peeve, was the song.
Yeah,
your
third. Singing songs wrong ahead of tempo. Yeah. The third.
By the way, my thing with it is lyrics, when they get lyrics wrong. Or if somebody quotes something from a TV show or movie.
Yes.
You know, like,
yes.
What's a good quote? Like, oh, God. I can't think of a good one.
Hold on to your pants.
Yeah, or like... Hang on to your butts.
Yeah,
and it's like, it's hold. It's hold. It doesn't matter, but it's hold. Uh-huh. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, man. Or someone once told me, and it's like,
yeah.
Or somebody once told you. That would be the worst.
Oh.
Anyway,
man, I hope we can integrate that song into this episode as much as
someone once told me.
Pet peeve number 3 would be.
By the way, Caroline hates that too, and she'll do it, and then I'll do it to her with I believe, or or I'll just sing it wrong. I can just completely sing all of her favorite musicals wrong, and she hates it.
Was that Book of Mormon?
Yeah, Book of Mormon.
Nice.
What's the going like? I can't do Hancock. Hancock. I do that every time. I can't do Hamilton. I can't even remotely try to sing it.
That's amazing that you call it Hancock.
I know. What if that was...
That's just like taking a dump all over everything that whole musical is about. The fact of like immortalizing this forgotten person. You call it Hancock.
And a musical about Hancock would just be like signing stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I've just embarrassed myself. Continue with your 3 pet peeves.
Number 3 would be, man, isn't this just how it goes? I know I'm frustrated about so much in life, and now I'm forgetting everything that drives me crazy. I will say that, and yeah, I'll just go with, I don't like when people generalize and they say that, like, I was listening to these 2 guys talk about Kendrick Lamar the other day, and I told them up front, hey, I haven't listened to enough Kendrick Lamar to really participate in this conversation, but because they were asking me what I thought. But they kept saying stuff like, Kendrick Lamar did this that no rapper has ever done. And this is what rap has always been. And this is what he's doing now. And it's like, and maybe this is also...
I don't know if that's true at all.
Yeah, I mean...
Whatever they're saying.
Well, they were just like rap was never. It was never vulnerable. It was never.
What?
It was never like they were really being emotional. It was like they were being like, it was like they were celebrating in the rise that they've had, but they weren't like lamenting like the pain of what they came from or something like that.
Absolutely not true.
And I know, and I was just like, guys, I think you might not have listened to rap other than Kendrick Lamar. And I think you might just be making us like weird assumptions that you have formed just from
these are two
TV,
white guys, right?
maybe?
These are two super white guys.
You know, I don't want to. Not that that's what it's about, but it's 100% what it's about.
Yeah.
Yes, they are two white guys.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah.
Yeah. So that kind of like generalization, and just in any form, like, oh, all horror films are like this, or all people from Nashville are like this.
Right. Oh yeah. No, for sure. What are you looking for in a battle in Star Wars? What are you looking for?
I'm just ready to shoot something.
Do you want to shoot something as in, like, do you want to be a hero? Or do you want to just straight battle? Like, do you want to be a soldier, or do you want to try to play some heroes?
I want to play some heroes.
You do? Okay.
Yeah.
Do you rather be Imperial or Rebellion?
Imperial for sure.
Okay, cool. So then you'll have Darth Vader. We're waiting for the game to start up. We got Darth Vader, we got Emperor, we got Boba Fett, we got Bosk, that guy.
Who's Bosk?
Jarngan. He's the lizard guy, the bounty hunter.
Who is the least known of these characters? Is
Well,
there
then
just
there's
like
Greedo.
some random...
Greedo is the one who tried to shoot Han.
Yeah.
The least known? You want to be the least known of
Like,
them?
I would love to be just like some sort of background actor kind of bad guy, if possible. But if I have to pick one of the main...
Background would be Bosk.
Okay,
Not.
Bosk
I mean,
sounds
real
good.
nerds know who Bosk is.
Bosk it is.
No, you're a rebel. Let me start that over. Sorry. I have to do this for every of my guests. All of my guests don't know how to use this. Sorry, you're just going to have to be a rebel.
Well,
It's not going to let me.
I think we both know where I stand, really. I'm going to be taking down the rebels from the inside out.
So while we're waiting, tell us more about Nashville's Own. How did it come
Okay.
about? Where did it?
Yeah.
We have to talk about it. What? Like, were you just sitting one day, or did you just go into a cool shop one day and were like, you know what? I'm gonna film this.
No, that would be a fun origin story.
Right.
No, I was doing a series of videos on artists in Nashville for this camp, and I produced these 5 different videos. They did 5 different art mediums, and I just loved it. It was essentially like 5 days where I would wake up and go to this couple's house and spend the day with them, just talking about literally everything, like heavy stuff, light stuff, just getting to know each other. And at the end of it, I felt really close to them, and I just felt like they'd kind of breathed life into me.
Wow,
and
that's awesome.
They had really inspired me, just like hearing about where they came from and why they enjoy what they do. And so I went to the client, and I said, hey, when you're done with these videos, can I go back and remake them into something else? And they said, yeah. So I went back and I interviewed the couple and got their story, like recorded it, just audio, and I put it to the video that I shot. And I kind of looked at it and I was like, wow, I really like this video means a lot to me. Like, not just like I'm proud of it or I'm proud of a certain shot. It's like, this is an interesting video because, again, like I feel like I could show it to someone who's kind of down on their luck, or like who's trying to get started into some bizarre career or some freelance position or something creative that they just are like nervous, and it would inspire them and it would uplift them and it would kind of give them that energy to go after that thing. And I was like, what would it be like to do that as a series of videos?
That's
like,
awesome.
And so I kind of made a goal of, I'll do 25 videos. It's going to be different types of people. Oh yeah, the game. Different types of people in Nashville, kind of showing the creative diversity. Like, not all country artists. Actually, I've done no country artists, but not not what you typically think of.
I'm probably the closest.
You are definitely the closest. And showing the creative diversity in Nashville, celebrating the people in the city, and really just oh, man, this is gonna distract me. I'll finish this out really quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so also just like a way to kind of let them be reminded of where they came from and all that they've accomplished, because I think it's really easy for all of us creatives to kind of always look forward and be discouraged instead of kind of being able to reflect on what we came from and the progress we've made.
Right.
And so did I already lose this?
Yeah, but now you're going to start.
Okay.
It should let you be a hero. I like that this happened in the middle of a great story. Okay, You're going to have a chance. You're going to be a rebel soldier. All right, that's fine.
Sorry, I'm just laughing because learning the mechanics of this while I talk about my passion project is going to be so hard.
That's the point of this podcast.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, so I sent out to do 25.
That's Darth Vader.
Is he my friend?
No, you're a rebel.
Oh, okay.
That's your friend. There's Leia and Chewie, and there's Luke.
So so I set out to do 25. I'm now currently at 31 completed, and I'm working on 4 more. The series has changed a little bit since then, but the direction is still the same. It's been an incredible process of just like meeting some people that, I mean, really everyone I've met and interviewed, I've again just learned so much from, very selfishly. Just I've just taken a lot away from those conversations, and I really am very proud of the videos I'm making, not again because of the content of like what I personally capture, but just like being able to produce such uplifting and encouraging stories.
Right. That's really cool. You can pick whatever gun you want, by the way. To end your emotional.
Wow, it really makes you think.
Yeah. How come you're still not a hero yet? You're just not getting the hero yet. I think you have to press start, the X button, right when it restarts, and then you get a chance. So what, like, you said you have 4 more left?
Well, I mean, I'm currently working on 4.
Oh. What? So, like, what's next? Like, what's one that you feel like you're missing that you want to...
I have wanted to do a hip-hop dancer for a long time. And I can't for the life of me hunt one down.
I might be able to help you with that.
Really? You know a lot of hip-hop?
No, I know some people who are dancers.
Yeah.
And I could ask them, hey, do you take
or like
a class?
breakdancing, like... Yeah, I know that
and then
population exists in Nashville,
what? Actually,
but I can't find them.
I do have a friend who busks in Nashville, and I think he busks on the same street as a guy who does that on the street, like street dancing.
Oh, cool.
So that might be cool. Villains defeated. Good job. Well, that's super cool. Everyone should check out Nashville's Own, which I assume is on... Is it a website yet, or is it just...
Yeah, I've got a website now.
Yeah.
You can go to nashvillesown.com to find all of them. I've got a YouTube channel, all those social media accounts as well. Nashville's Own on Instagram and on Facebook as well.
Und Facebook.
Yeah.
Well, although I assume anybody, besides pretty much my only listener is my mom, but I assume anyone else who's listening is probably playing video games. What would you say to our listener, like, about, you know, you found this passion project you really loved and you just went after it? Like, what would be your sort of advice for someone who's found a passion project like that, or maybe hasn't, and maybe is trying to find it, or what they can do to, like, to really find what they want to do, or how, or that project that really feeds them?
Right. I would say have humble expectations and set realistic goals. And I do think it is like, if you love it, it will happen. And I think that there are, like, I do believe a lot of those pieces of advice that people kind of put out there, like, just go after it every day. I do sign on for that, but I think that setting realistic expectations...
Well, that's a fancy way of saying It's like they say attack it every day. What that is just a fancy word for like it should be easy to do it every day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It should be pretty easy to be thinking about it.
Yeah. The two best pieces of advice I've ever gotten as far as filmmaking is concerned, and kind of in life in general, is just one, be humble always, which again is maybe too broad of an idea to really just throw out into the world.
It's impossible to do, but you can do it. You can try.
Yeah, and secondly is if you want to be a filmmaker, go make some films. And that's like, yeah, just don't have, like, again, the series that I'm doing, I had the idea before I started it, but I had this idea in my mind that I was going to be hired by a production company to do it. And it wasn't until I recognized that the only thing that was keeping me from doing the project that I ultimately felt like this strong compulsion to do was my own hubris and my own pride and this idea of like, I wanted to do it, but I wanted to do it on my terms. And so when I recognized again that I was like, I have camera gear, I have the ability to reach out to these people, I can do this today.
Oh, that's my biggest pet peeve with filmmakers.
Yeah.
I get, you see these people all over the internet and stuff that are like, I'm an aspiring filmmaker or I'm a filmmaker, and 9 times out of 10 they're like, yeah, I really want to do this, but I feel like I'm going to need a producer and I'll need to whatever. No, you don't. Just do it. You probably have equipment. If you don't, your friends probably have equipment.
Right.
And that's how we grew up, was you borrowed crap from people.
Yeah, work with what you have.
Yeah, not what you need. I'm borrowing equipment all the time for this. Jonas Litton, my buddy.
The man.
Still not on this podcast yet, but he will be. But we'll be reusing his equipment because I borrow his equipment all the time. His Tascam US 1800 lives at my house. And, by the way, was responsible for Andrew Yontz's podcast.
That's right. R.I.P.
R.I.P. What happened? Let's pivot there. What happened to your podcast?
My podcast is another example of, like, I had an idea of what I wanted to do, and then I did the thing.
You did it.
I
was
mean,
so jealous of you at that time.
But like,
no, I do. Still with this one, I thought you were a big inspiration because, like, you know what, though? Andrew just did Bored.
Yeah.
Like, it can't be that hard to just do it.
Yeah, and Bored ended up being a little harder, and that's kind of what led to the end of it. But we said we were going to do it for a year and then reassess, and so we spent a year making this podcast called Bored, where we played board games while interviewing people, and
I ripped it off.
And then Ben,
I would love to host or co-host a podcast that's literally just delving into the darkest corners of Craigslist, because you could fill up hours with that. It is nonsense.
I will say this is fun. I haven't really talked too much about Bored. The thing that took the most time with Bored, and it took about 15 hours a week of my time getting these things ready, which of course isn't too bad. But the thing that took the most time was going through these Craigslist ads and finding the fun balance of funny but not depressing, and kind of gross but not totally inappropriate.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what, that is a hard one to pull off. Yeah.
No, I think it would be a no holds barred. We're exploring it, and like we would just like, I think it would be something like handpicking. I don't know, but now give me a week, it'll happen. I guess I'm in a season now where I feel like you are, where a cool idea pops into your head. It's like I'm almost immediately deciding, is this something I could actually do? Mm-hmm. And if it is it something I can just kind of like put down, and every once in a while, I'll just be like, I can develop this a little more right now. And then eventually it'll become something because why not?
Right, exactly. And you're proving yourself to be the exception to maybe this fear that I've made up in my head. But I've also a mentality that I have, which isn't to discourage the people that this doesn't apply to, is, you know what? I am single, and this is definitely the most free time I will ever have in my life.
Right.
So I might as well try to capitalize on as much like random projects I can
hold the
think
left
of.
trigger down. There you
dang,
go.
Look at me go.
It'll run out eventually, but
we all run out eventually. Oh my gosh. So yeah, and I have to quote you because it was so funny and I still remember it. I remember when you told me, you were just like, Andrew, I'm just ready for you to have a girlfriend. I'm just concerned, like, to the amount of, to the degree you are putting on parties and, like, putting time into, like, these kind of things. You're like, I don't know. It's not healthy to have all these parties at your house, like, all these like, murder mystery parties and stuff.
It's the level of effort, which makes it amazing for your guests. But I know the amount of work you put in because I used to do that for my friends and no one cared. And it was like, in high school, I was always the one that was like, I tried to put a D&D, a Dungeons and Dragons group together. No one wanted in. Mm-hmm. So I would just sadly plan Dungeons and Dragons games that were destined to never happen.
Yeah.
Like my job. Let me just say, I do fine with music. I am pretty much the main source of income, but because of all this stuff, like this podcast and all the creative ventures I want to take on, are because I've committed to it. They exist because I've committed to just doing creative stuff. And
right.
And I'm thankful that I have a marriage that allows for that because she just loves creativity and she's a natural supporter of a creative. Mm-hmm. That's what she like as a production coordinator or producer. That's like what she does is make sure that creatives ideas happen.
Yeah. And she's awesome at that.
Yeah, she is. I know. That's my wife.
Gameplay.
Would you rather be a dragon or have a dragon?
Have a dragon.
Good call. Would you rather be invisible or be able to fly?
I will take flight.
Why?
Because
invisible would just be so much more useful, I think.
Yeah, but I know what it's like. Whoa. Hey, here's a peek into Andrew's sad life. I know what it's like not to be seen. I don't know what it's like to just fly.
Wow, ambulance. Oh, Andrew. Oh, I know what it's like.
Wow, I really upset you with that one. I mean, invisibility, because naked girls.
Because naked girls. Why? That's not what I meant, but okay. We really are getting a real peek into Andrew's psyche.
You're getting that E-tag on this episode.
Yeah. Would you rather look like a fish or smell like a fish?
Ooh, smell like a fish.
Smell like a fish?
You want to look like a fish? That's going to cripple you socially regardless of how close you are.
No, not if I'm literally a talking, walking fish. Oh, I think look like a fish. You mean like just resemble one. That's unfortunate. You're probably right. You're right.
Yeah.
You're right. Would you rather...
But even if you could be a walking, talking fish, I'd say your options for relationships may be limited to Little Mermaid.
A walking, talking fish that scores films? Like, move over, Hans Zimmer. Are you kidding me?
You think you could still score film as a walking,
Finn
talking?
Worley over here.
That's a pretty good name.
Now we're gonna do some Would You Rather girl editions.
Hey.
So I thought this would be good. Would you rather be able to choose your bridesmaid dress or never have to be a bridesmaid again?
Oh. Wait, choose your bridesmaid's dress.
Choose your bridesmaid dress, so like the one you have to wear, or just never be a bridesmaid again.
Do girls hate being bridesmaids? I would want to choose my dress.
You would want to be a bridesmaid? I'm pretty sure it's recognizable as a terrible job.
I will tell you this much. I guess you didn't know this. I am my sister's
bridesmaid.
Maid of honor.
Oh.
Yeah.
So then are you picking what you wear?
Honestly, we haven't figured that much out. I think I'm going to be wearing what the guys are wearing, except a different colored tie.
Would you rather be catcalled or treated like a human being?
Catcalled? Are you kidding me? It's so flattering. It's how I know that I'm doing something right.
Would you rather go through a whole day with a really visible panty line or with lipstick on your teeth?
Oh. I'm going to go with... This is still me as me though, right? Andrew,
I don't know.
I'm going to say yes. And I'm going to say a visible panty line because that's going to be pretty hilarious. Mm-hmm. I think people will enjoy it.
Would you rather wear a push-up bra all day or a stiletto heels all day? By the way, what are stiletto heels? I'm married and I don't know what that is.
I think those are the really pointy ones, right? The long pointy ones?
Yeah, that makes sense.
I am going to say...
And by the way, my logic of being married means I try on all of her clothes, so obviously I would know what they are.
Yeah. I'm going to say push-up bra.
I guess those suck. I don't know any.
Yeah, I've gathered enough that they're uncomfortable to wear.
Oh, this sounds awful. Would you rather have an awful hair day or go through the whole day with a bra's underwire poking you?
Oh gosh,
that sounds miserable. Both sound pretty bad.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the. Oh no, wait, bad hair day.
Bad hair day,
yeah.
Which is pretty much every day for me.
Ben, you. Oh, by the way, Ben, you look great. That's like just totally separate, but you look amazing.
I look amazing today? Thanks. You too.
Thanks.
I'm jealous of your hair.
Aw.
Well, so to wrap up, do you have anything else to plug besides Nashville's Own? And also, why don't you go ahead and brag about yourself?
I feel like I kind of did that through Nashville's Own already. Nothing else noteworthy going on in my life.
What about your improv shows?
I mean, yes, but even that's kind of hard. Exit Stage Left, I do improvs at Town Center Theater in Brentwood. It's once a month. It's typically towards the end of the month. But even that's sporadic. But you can like Exit Stage Left on Facebook to stay up to date on when those shows will be coming. But yeah, please, I love to see people watching and enjoying the series, and that's truly is just because I think these stories are incredibly moving and worth hearing. And so, yeah, look us up on Instagram, on Facebook, and stay posted because we have got a lot of really cool stories coming up. Salem Town Board Co., 1767 Designs, Ben Worley. We've got Stephanie Pruitt. And shoot, one's escaping me.
Ooh,
that's gonna look bad.
That's not good.
Let me think for a second. That's all. Oh, I guess in the same vein, I'm gonna be featured on Salute Your Shorts in Nashville.
Hey,
in mid-May.
I've been there.
The date has not been set yet, but if you want to come out and watch the videos and support local art,
I do.
Great.
Yeah. Andrew, thanks so much for being on.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me. I'm glad this worked out. This was fun.
I know. It is fun. Playing video games is always fun. Especially when you're the Emperor, even though, man, he's the least playable character.
I've just been walking around.
He's walking
just
around
like a nice
slowly.
Sunday stroll.
Yeah. Through the woods. Thanks for listening, and if you have any game suggestions you'd like to suggest and or questions you want me to ask to my variety of guests, please feel free to tweet them at me at gameplaypod or email them at gameplayinterviews@gmail.com. Or just let me know what's up. Just what's going on. You.